Hello and welcome back to the channel. So one thing that people always ask me is, how do you keep your life so simple? Like, how do you get everything done, not lose your mind, and just keep things simple, keep things productive, and keep things, in check? So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you a few secrets along with a little story on how to keep things in your life very, very simple. But before I do that, if you've liked the videos that you've seen on this channel so far, or you're new to the channel and want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and it only takes a second of your day to make mine. So let's get back into it. So a few years ago, me and my buddy Carl, we were in Berlin, and we started Googling stories to talk about when we were in Berlin, things that might relate to the videos and life and motivation. And we came across one particular story about the paradox of choice. Now, if you're not familiar, Berlin used to be split into two separate parts. Basically, one was all color and fun and happiness, and one was more gray and miserable, and everything was the same. And what the story goes on to say is that there was a little old woman who, on the grey side of the wall, used to go shopping every week for her bread. She used to go in, and there was white bread and there was brown bread, just for argument's sake, right? There's white bread and brown bread. And every week she would go in and she would get the brown bread. She would go in, she knew what she was going in for, she got it, and she went without even thinking it for more than 5 seconds. When the wall came down, however, and she had to adjust to the colourful side, which had a lot more choice, she would go and buy the bread, and she saw all these different types. She saw seeded, she saw buns, she saw, whatever other kind of variety bread there was. Gluten-free? Did they have gluten-free back then? I don't know. But she saw all these different kind of breads. And what happened was she couldn't make a decision because there was so much choice. She left without any bread. So what relevance does this story have to keeping things simple? Well, basically, when you have so many options, when you have so many different ways you could do something, or think about something, or say as a reply to something, you become overwhelmed and you actually end up making a shit decision or no decision whatsoever because you're so stumped for choice. It's like, oh, but often we wish we did have more choice, but in reality, we wish we had less choice, but we could narrow it down to the actual choice that we wanted. So why is that relevant? Well, basically, if you've ever watched a video with Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates, you'll notice that they always wear the same type of clothes. With Bill Gates, it's normally some sort of jumper with a collared shirt. With Mark Zuckerberg, it's normally a t-shirt and basic jeans. Nothing designer, nothing too fancy, just, this is what I'm wearing today. This is what I wear every day. And the reason behind this was, if you ever watched an interview with them, they've said that it's because they realize they only have so much energy to give towards making decisions per day that they want to limit their decision-making process. So by wearing the same clothes every day, they already know what they're going to wear. They don't have to make that decision, and it frees that mental space up to be able to make bigger decisions, more important decisions, and not get easily overwhelmed. And this is something that I do myself. Like, if you look back through all my videos, there's about 4 or 5 variations of the same clothes that I'll wear. It's normally a white t-shirt or something red, or like a white t-shirt as well. Like, it's like black, white, occasionally a gray one with a red jacket. And I think in the last video I wore was like a red jumper, which my mom got me for Christmas, but that was because I just liked it. But I don't pick and choose my outfits. I don't really care too much what I wear. I'm not out to be a style icon. I mean, I don't think I even could be if I tried to be, but I'm no style icon. I just keep it very, very simple. And that's one of the things that you want to move into, is keeping your clothing line simple. Keep those little decisions that you have to make every day very simple. You keep your breakfast simple. Things like morning routine as well. Getting up in the morning, doing the same thing every morning really kind of helps. If you know what you're doing as soon as you get up, you don't have that anxious worry in your stomach. You don't lie there going, oh, what am I going to do today? How am I going to have my breakfast? What am I going to have? Am I going to have coffee? Am I going to have tea? You just get up and you do it. That's what I do. I get up every morning, I have my coffee, at the minute I have muesli, I have done for the past few months. I used to have shredded wheat and banana, which is really, really good. And I take my 5 vitamins a day. I fill up my water bottle, which is down here with Adam written on it. Always follows me everywhere. I fill that up and I do whatever I have to do for the day. I get ready to own the day, so to speak, right? And a morning routine definitely helps set you up for the day, and it helps keep things really, really simple at the very, very beginning of your day, so you don't get easily overwhelmed. When it comes to making decisions or outside things, say people ask you questions or you've been asked to do something, always try and give definitive answers. This is tip number 3. Keep definitive answers. So it's yes or no. Very little maybes. If you have to say maybe because you really, really can't make a decision right there and then, fair enough. But always try and give definitive answers. Is it a yes or is it a no? Don't sugarcoat anything, don't beat around the bush, just say what you mean. And what this does is it frees up that mental space again to make bigger decisions. Because if you're thinking, oh, should I do this or should I do this? What do I do this? Do I do this? Have I got enough time to do this? It's just yes or no. Like my brother, for example, I'm trying to train him in my ways, I guess you could say. And I've asked him to do a few videos and stuff in the past. I've asked him to do a few editing things, nothing too big, nothing vitally important. But I've asked him to do things and sometimes he'll say, yeah, I'll try, or maybe, yeah. And I'm like, is it yes or is it no? I need to know. I need to know the definitive answer, not to be a dick, but because I know it's gonna get done. It's not a maybe, I don't have to check back on them. It's yes or no. And that's the same mindset you should add to your life, is that when people ask you things, when you want to do something, is it a yes or is it a no? Can I, can't I? Am I not? You keep it simple, you keep your answers short, sweet, and you don't mess around with it. And finally, when it comes to getting things done, pardon me. And finally, when it comes to getting things done, take away your way out. Close the door. Put the phone away. Cut the distractions off. Don't give yourself a way out, because if you give yourself a way out, you're more likely to take it. If you say, well, I'll only do 20 minutes. No, you won't do 20 minutes. You will get the thing done. You will just sit and do it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You take away your way out and you get it done. This means that, when you're sitting there doing the work or whatever it is, whether you're editing, whether you're doing a uni assignment, whatever it is you're doing, you get it done. You take away that distraction and you get it into your brain that this needs to be done now. I can do everything else later, but this needs to be done now. It's hard at first because you want to reach for the phone, you want to go on stage, you want to go take a piss, whatever it is. I guess if you need to take a piss, go take a piss. But everything else can wait. Get things done. Take away your way out. Don't have a scapegoat. Don't say, oh, well, my phone's in the room. What if someone texts me? You're not missing out on anything. Get things done. Take away your way out. If you are going to do something, you've said yes, you've given your definitive answer, yes, I'm going to do this, and then later on down the line you start to give yourself a way out. Well, maybe I could say this as an excuse, or maybe I could bullshit this, or maybe this will happen, or whatever. Take that away. If you've agreed to do something, do it. If you really can't, give a definitive answer why not and apologize. But don't try and worm your way out of shit. No one likes that. It's a bad representation of your character. You don't want to be that kind of person who says they'll do something and then turns around and goes, actually I can't do it because I kind of fucked up. Don't be that person. And that's it for this week's video, guys. As always, if you liked it, please like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and follow me on all the social media links in the description below. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace.